Dear friends, today we have with us engineer Reggie Zakaria, who is a structural engineer, to talk to us. I invite Dr. Anil Joseph to give a brief of about Dr. Engineer Anil Reggie Zakaria. Anil sir, please.
Yeah, Nebu, thank you, Nebu. So this is a program for the information of Reggie. This is a program conducted by Builders Association of India Kochi chapter. It was made as part of the continuing engineering education program. And during the COVID days, when everybody was stuck, this idea was mooted by our chairman, Jolly Varghese, in the executive committee meeting. And we thought that there is an essential necessity for this continuing education, as well as peer interaction among the members. So this was these are the staff of people who are connected with the Builders Association of India were the members. We started with about 120 to 130 participants initially, but it was at 11:30 in the morning on Tuesdays. Then it goes up to 1 o'clock as the program. The idea was that people should find time out of their busy schedule to find time for continuous education. Then later on, we found that when the sites are all opened up, the numbers came down drastically. So we reached about 40 to 50 people. Then we moved into the evening session from January onwards. So this started in June last year, and it is still continuing. It's a 25 session program on every alternate Tuesdays. Now for the participants, now I think already we have reached 20 numbers. People will join in as we move forward. We will just give a brief introduction to Reggie Zakaria, one of the leading geotechnical and structural consultants in Kochi. Reggie Zakaria is the Chief Executive Officer and Chief Engineer in XBuild Software, which is a firm working on ERP and construction-related integrated software, and Ascendar Consultants, which is a structural and geotechnical designing firm in Kochi. He has completed more than 1,200 projects in the field of structural and geotechnical designing, detailing of industrial, commercial, and residential buildings. Reggie Zakaria has about 23 years of professional experience. He started his professional career as a design engineer in Al Jazeera, Kuwait in the year 1995. He worked as a design engineer in Rakafco, Kuwait from 1995 to 1998. Reggie has done his graduation in civil engineering from MA College of Engineering, Kodamangalam, Kerala, and post-graduation in geotechnical engineering from IIT Madras. He also has an MBA from Cochin University of Science and Technology in the year 2005. He is the president of the Structural and Geotechnical Consultants Kerala. He is an executive committee member of the Indian Geotechnical Society Kochi chapter and active member of the Graduate Association of Civil Engineers Kerala, and is an ardent cricket player as well as a badminton player. And I have the privilege of interacting with him over the last 20 years. And more importantly, he is a man who thinks of what is to come, what is the future of the industry. He always wants to talk what is going to come in the future. And this is a good opportunity for the young minds to hear from this leading structural engineer as well as an IT wizard. So over to Reggie Zakaria. It's a rare blend of engineering and IT together. So let us hear from Reggie Zakaria.
Thank you, Anil, for the introduction. Jolly sir, Chairman, Bhai, fellow engineers, ladies and gentlemen. A warm good evening to all of you. I'm very happy and privileged to be speaking to you today. So our topic for the day is, integrating structural design and construction management. In the civil engineering industry, if you look around, we see many difficulties around us. If you look at the whole scenario, engineering compared to other engineering, civil engineering is a very difficult branch of engineering if we have to do it correctly. So let us look at what is the issues and what are the things we can solve by integrating these things. The construction management and the structural design. As you are all aware, the form is followed based on the functions. So architect or engineers create the forms, and we have to give the strength to that. So that's the structural side. Once the structural design and forms are ready, then we do the estimation. I'm just talking about the way of doing things. Once these things are done, we plan the construction and then execute it. So I will be today covering those areas and how to do it better, much better. What are the present problems in the industry? There is a high amount of wastage. When I talk to people about the wastage is not limited to, 90% of the people will say it's just 5% or around it. But if you look closely, what we don't study in our curriculum or in our actual, work, many times we miss a parameter completely. That is the time. Time is one of the major parameter which creates a lot of wastage in the industry, in the construction industry. If you look at the factors of time, it is the interest cost, it is the inflation and the rent loss. Most of the buildings we do it very slowly. Everybody is responsible. We all are, the complete construction community is responsible. Basically, the engineering side is responsible for creating this wastage. Whether it is a villa or a big building, always the wastage of many months are inbuilt into our construction methodology. A villa that can be done in 6 months is usually 90% of the villas are done in, say, 1+ years, 1.5 or something like that. A big building, a flat, residential or other things, I'm not going to government buildings, it's going to take much more time. Even private, big buildings, everything takes 1 year extra time to complete the project. And this 1 year, creates 10% interest loss, 5% inflation, and 5% rent loss. So totally 20% is the wastage that is coming on a 1 year delayed project. And we allow this to happen. And this 20% is not only on the actual cost, but on the land cost also. So on a 6,000 rupee project, the total wastage is around 20%. That's 1,200 rupees wastage on time alone. You people really have to think about it. And many of our profits are centered around, say, 100 rupees or 200 rupees over a contractor or a builder. Whereas we just neglect the 1,200 factor, 1,200 rupees factor. And that is only on time. Then you look at the quality control issues. Quality control issues are usually similar. Again, couple of hundreds of rupees. So these, I would say, these are some of the major parameters we can look into. How we can improve all these things. What are our resources? Why we delay? So if you look at the scenario, there can be areas where you can. There are people who does it faster, but not a number of projects. But a small amount of projects they do it faster. But they are not by continuous attention at the site they are able to do that. But is it possible? Now last 2 years we know the COVID has struck us, and there are problems like the sites doesn't have the engineering staff. One side, the villas or the projects doesn't have the engineering staff. Whereas on the other side, there are number of people passing out from the colleges without the job to do. So that's a big gap. The villas require the engineers and the engineers are not available or they are not introduced. So this is a major issue, another major issue faced by us. So by connecting them, we can do it much better. And I was talking about the complete process. That is nothing but the 6-dimensional aspect of construction. And you know, during the COVID, I've been seeing that, you know, things can be changed many, many times. It can be improved many, many times. Many of the things. So what we're proposing is integrating the complete systems in the cloud. Let us change the way we work. We can integrate the complete systems in the cloud. That is, the softwares and the hardware, you know, what we work will be available in the cloud, online, anytime, available to all the people. So it is integrating the structural environment and the engineering environment. New technologies like AI, artificial intelligence, and other systems are going to play a major role in such a thing. Digital broadband is ready for us. You know, with Geo and other things, now everybody has smartphones and everybody is connected with high broadband. The availability of resources are there, the server availabilities, and all these things are playing together, creating a wonderful platform for the digital technologies to play. We need to just play. The ground is ready. Okay, so the proposal is, I'll share my screen. This is also a 6-dimensional approach to construction. I said earlier, these are the major aspects of our components. That is the engineering, then the estimation, then the planning, inventory, accounts, HR, QC. These are the major parameters in integrating total engineering and construction management. And this can also be said as ERPs. Something which connects everything together can be called in the IT side as ERPs. So many of the builders are using ERPs, and we are all using in our construction, and this is not a new word. Many big builders are using ERPs. The full form of ERP is Enterprise Resource Planning. ERPs are nothing but a complete software online platform system which connects the entire other software system. So I'm going to talk about something which connects 30, 40 softwares together in a single online server system. Okay, now the engineering alone. Now let's go to the engineering side alone. You can see for the structural people, you can see there are ETABS, STAAD, AutoCAD, all the Excel and other systems playing together in the structural design field. Okay, so once it is done, it creates the data for the engineer. And this data can be exported to other platforms. Okay, so this will have a couple of softwares, like 10 or 12 softwares being used widely in the industry. So we are proposing what we have done. I'm talking about what we have done, and this is similar systems are there, but I'm going through what we have done in the same environment. here, like I'm talking about little bit about AI. In a detailing environment, you can always introduce the AI in the system, in the structural design detailing. So it can graphically recognize a drawing and design and detail back to the drawing. So what you're seeing is a actual drawing where the system has designed and detailed back to the drawing. So such things can improve the speed of construction. It can not only design, but it can scan a drawing and get the bar bending schedule also. On the right side, what you're seeing is a bar bending schedule platform, table. Similarly, you can see a beam is done by the system, scanned by the system. It is all done from the AutoCAD.
Reggie, excuse me, Reggie, we are not able to see the screen, only that files are being visible. PPT is not being aired. It's only the screen which is that files only are available.
Your screen sharing is for, okay, one second. I'll check that.
Yeah, so.
File means, okay, outside file is only visible. Okay.
Yeah, we are not able to see the PPT nor the.
Okay. One second. So I have taken the desktop option, or I will take the PowerPoint.
Share screen. You can get the share screen.
Is it visible now?
Yeah, now the screens are visible. Now the PPT, you can start from the, just go back, and if you can start, that will be useful for the people who are asking.
Thank you for telling that. Okay.
You can just go back because we have heard what you told, but we were not able to see what you wanted to present.
That's okay.
So if you can start from the beginning, it will be great.
You're able to see now?
Yeah, now we are able to see.
Oh my God. Okay. So this SATS Pro ERP I just showed you. This is the fundamental parameters like engineering, planning, estimation, inventory, accounts, HR, QC. You are able to see this round. Yeah. Okay. So this is the ERP and this is the major components. So I was talking like, engineering is the major data producing stuff, where after the engineering is done, the estimation is done, the planning is also done. So once it is done in by costing and planning, it means we have completed the 4th dimension and the 5th dimension. We can say that 6 dimensions are there in construction. So 3D is nothing but the engineering, 4th D is estimation, and 5th D is planning. And the rest of the thing is construction management. So it is a 6-dimensional operation. And if you look at the scenario, presently people talk about 6D in construction, but it is all 3D based systems. The problem in engineering, we need data from 2D itself. Okay, the data, for example, the reinforcement data, which is available only in the 2D. Very few people will be modeling actually reinforcement in the 3D. So here, the 2D aspect of the systems are being used. And here I said, we have created systems for understanding the 2D and creating the data out of it. So maybe when you look at the total construction scenario, people have purchased and invested in ERP systems, that is for the automation and other things, but found that the things are failing. What is the major reason for this implementation of digitization in construction? What is the major issue? Issue is that the bottlenecks exist. The bottlenecks is in getting our graphics data. Whatever we have in civil engineering, it is the graphics data. That is the drawings. From the drawing to create an estimation, it takes a lot of time in manual estimation. So you have to make your estimation much faster. So this manual estimation, it takes long time. Then to enter the data into the computer, it will again take time. Then nobody will accept. Otherwise, we are slow. Then alone in a digitation, if people found that it is adding to the time issues. For example, BBS, to create the BBS, it takes long time. And to, enter all the BBS to the system, it takes even more time. So this is the area where we have worked on, and we have created a system to integrate by applying artificial intelligence, by which, these things are done much faster. For example, by looking at the drawing, it can scan a drawing and come out with the BBS. It can scan a drawing and come out with the estimation by itself. So I will just show you some of the, works we've done. In the engineering itself, I said there are a lot of softwares connected to this. Actually, everything you do can be connected to this. Everything. That is, whatever you use. The WhatsApp, Google, Teams communication, Zoom, all these platforms will be connected to the ERP development. Your mobiles, your calls, your texts, your chats, everything can be connected in a single platform. So your complete people can work from anywhere, anytime, on any system. That is a laptop or a phone or your desktops or iPad. So, and everything is online. So data flows through the systems automatically. All the systems are connected, like Primavera, Microsoft project in the planning side. There are estimation side, which is all connected together. Okay. So, because of this sharing issue, I'll just complete this and I'll show you the videos at the end. So I've shown this drawing earlier. This is a product. I'll be showing the video of this where, you'll be getting the data automatically from the drawing. Then similarly, this is what you're seeing is a beam, and the bar bending schedule. Bar bending schedule automatically generated from a drawing with the AI working on an AutoCAD drawing. So you need to just show the drawings and it will understand by itself and it will draw it here. So that procedure, that takes very less time. And a zero size drawing, somebody has to do, say, sit on 5 days to create the bar bending schedule, if it is to be very accurate, full of beams. But the system can do it in a couple of minutes. And not only that, it's an electronic file. This can be exported to your cloud in no time. So that's where, something which takes a long time can be broken down to a very small time. And all these aspects, the improvement in quality and all this plays a big role in QC and other things in every other aspects. Okay, I will show that videos later at the end of the session. I'll just cover it with the available data. I mean, what I have created in the system, or like in the presentation. Okay, let's look at the advantages of BBS. We have neglected many areas in construction. BBS, I would say it's one of them. It was there from British's time, but people are not using it for quite in many of our projects because it was time taking. But the earlier people understood the necessity of it. Now we have understood, the better usage of avoiding this. So let us look at the advantages. There are 20 advantages connected with that. If you look at the Burj Khalifa, this was done in, one floor was done in 6 days. What they do a complete bar bending schedule, assembled elsewhere, connected at the site in 1 or 2 days, and they cast it in the 3rd day. 1 day for form work, 1 day for, assembly of bars, 3rd day they're casting. And the next day, maybe some plus or one minus up and there. And, they did it in 6 days. They're ready to do the next slab in 6 days. So what we do here is that, I said big projects takes more time. Here we spend 20, 25 days in one floor. Some people do it in 15 days, 18 days also, or even lesser than that, but not with the quality. So there, if you cut the bars, assemble the bars and use the bars, and you can do it along with the frame form work. Now our people waits till the form work is over. But here you can do it faster, you can assemble it faster. So what you will be saving is time. On a 15-story project, 10 days saved is 150 days saved. So that's what I said initially, that many of our projects takes 1 year extra. And this 1 year is a very, very heavy delay, okay, which can be easily avoided. So there are many places, it works together to totally improve the speed in the construction. So we can avoid the grouping of slabs and the beams in the design methods. Earlier, we didn't have the capacity to handle the data. With the latest technologies coming in, with the availability of things coming in, we have the capacity to manage large amount of data. Earlier, we used to group many things together to ease the construction. But I tell you, now we do grouping alone. So it's 15 to 20% we lose in grouping. Suppose there are 6 beams, you will be taking the highest beam and giving everywhere, but that's not required. So we can save on that. Many places, I tell you one example, just one drawing at the end of the beam. If you just save on the LD, many of the drawings shows just a bar completely to the bottom, which may not be required in some case. So if you consider one drawing mistake in a group, 3 bars extra, that will be the 6 kilos, 3 into say 2.3, you consider 6 kilos. 2 sides, it is 12 kilos. If there are 10 such beams, it is going to be 120 kilo. And if there are going to be 10 or 15 floors, it is going to be more than 1.5 tons. So one drawing mistake, not using BBS, not using grouping, we will be saving this 1.5 tons in a single design drawing. So this is the kind of advantages which we get by using the full technologies and by integrating the systems for the use of that. So looking at a drawing, one mistake can be costing around 1 lakh. Very few people understand these things. And and the opposite also happens. In some places, that cutting the LD will not be there. LD at the end of the beam will not be there. And another aspect is that sometimes when it is bent, we will be bending it very acute. We will be using FE 500 by FE 550, but we will not be bending as required by the code. So if you bend sharply, it is going to again reduce our strength. So it will be like, instead of a 25 bar, if you acutely bend it, it will act as a 20 bar. Okay, so how much material loss on simple things? And I tell you I'll complete the BBS. There are a lot of advantages: better quality control at site, better estimation of steel, real-time estimation data with the design. Because along with the BBS, you get the exact steel. The estimation issues can be avoided. Okay, so you can optimize on the design. The bars can be bent elsewhere and brought to site. All this steel bending and cutting can commence even before the formwork is done. I talked about this earlier. Okay. There are so many advantages of BBS. Maybe introducing a BBS, you can save about 200 rupees per square feet. Simple as that. And to use a BBS, to create a BBS, it will not cost you more than 5 rupees. I'm not talking about villas, but big projects, we need to use the latest technologies. It's not latest, it's very old technologies, but we are we are way behind in many things. The end of the product is that we are, not giving a good product to the clients. Many of our projects, I tell you, in the QC side, there are mistakes and issues in most of the sites. Many times you can see that the shoes of the column is hand mixed, and it is only 5 centimeter thick. It is many times not mixed well. What happens? Your M40 concrete for the column, the section where you require the maximum stress, the values are only M10 or M15. So such pathetic is our situation. We are not quality minded. We are not looking at the possibilities of improving these things together. I will tell you how you can introduce the entire systems along with the QC also in our total concept. Okay, you have seen that Optimax is produced. The bargaining schedule is produced. This is another system we have worked on, that by which the BBS can be used to optimize on cutting, that is without the wastage. This is the input file and this will be the output file. What happens is every line, what you see here gives you exactly 12,000. So what the program does is that it just takes the bars and arrange it in a line so that the wastage is minimal. Okay, so this is an area. By using another advantage, by using the BBS, you can reduce on your percentage wastage. How much time we have for presentation?
We have another 20-25 minutes. You can go ahead, sir.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Okay, so I stop at that, and I'm going to the next. So till now, what we have discussed is only the engineering module. There are so many things in, we are talking about the complete engineering. There, this time is not good enough to cover everything. I've just shown some of the areas where, the systems can work better for you. And also in the similar thing, that this, once the design is completed, the next procedure is estimation. So estimation, what is estimation? That is quantity analysis and rate analysis. Even if you make a Excel, it will have a rate analysis inbuilt for each items. You need to enter the quantity. How do you get the quantity? Quantity, you can get it from your AutoCAD drawings by manually taking the quantities. Okay, so the issue is that in the manual process, you can take more time, and it is a manual output. So you need to type in again to the system if you want to digitize it. But instead, what we are proposing is integrating the estimation process electronically. That is, by looking at the AutoCAD drawing, it should understand the CAD drawing and create the quantity column by itself. That is, by its artificial intelligence or the graphics understanding ability, it will create the center lines like we humans do. Okay, so I tell you, the rate analysis can be done inside. And suppose we have a drawing like this, it will scan. You need to just scan the drawing. I can show a video of this also. So I'll just scan the drawing and it will draw the center lines, and it can create the basic values, the center line values, the primary data. You can do it for the architectural and you can do it for the structural side also. Just scan it. The rest will be done by the system. Okay, so once you scan it, it will calculate and give you the quantity by itself. How? We know the quantities are derived from the primary data and the secondary data. How they are connected? They are connected with some equations. And this software will have an environment inside to connect the equations also. So it has two unique things, that is understanding ability for the graphics and creating an interaction or the quantity calculation by our own programmable equations inside. So these are the two fundamental aspects by which the program runs. So once you scan a drawing, in a couple of minutes, your quantity will be ready, and multiplied this by this, you get the total quantity. And this file will be your total estimation file. So scan it on 2 floors and your estimation is ready. Once these things are ready, you can export to the cloud. So I would say whatever we are working in CAD is the earth or the land or the ground where we actually we work with the PC. Because I said PC is because the AutoCAD presently works on PC environment. So the drawings are available in PC. The converting of the data, the engineering usually goes in PC environment based at desktops. Once the data is generated, this goes to the cloud. Okay, so from the AutoCAD, an Estimax software system can create an estimation, and this goes to the cloud. So if you remember the first diagram, our engineering side is ready and our estimation is also ready. So an output can be like this to the Excel also, which you can directly take it as for your regular usage. But the more important thing is that you can export the entire things to cloud. So presently the ERP, if you are to enter all the data to an ERP, that is not only this, the background information, that is the rate analysis information, like the material, labor, man. Okay, all this information along with it has to be inputted into an ERP system. But here the advantage is that at the touch of a button, this Excel files can be imported into your cloud. So now what happens? Now your entire data is ready in the cloud. So your estimation data with all the flows, all the data is ready to the cloud. Okay. So once these things are in the cloud, now there is a planning package we have created in the cloud. So you will be importing that to here. You can see that you will be accessing it from any browser in the world or any mobile platform in the world. So you can just enter your ID and password and get into this ERP environment in the cloud. That's how the ERPs works. Now once the data are all pulled out from the ground or the earth to the cloud, you can access your data anytime from anywhere. You can restrict the data to some people also. It's hierarchical, distribution is possible. Hierarchical approval systems are also possible. So based on your hierarchical you can access the data. You can schedule your activities of the Gantt chart. And these items are generated from the Estimax or the estimation file. And here you will be adding your time. So, okay. So what happens is, total, your project is now ready. Your project is now ready in estimation and planning. So it's very simple. The items are imported with all its data, with all its man, material, machinery, all the information is added here, and we are adding the time, and our project is ready for construction management. Okay, now the advantage of system in cloud is that it is online. All your people, the entire crew of your people can access this. If you have 100 projects, you can access the 100 projects. This is Sabine Hospital. So 100 projects you can access from the cloud easily. And if one person changes, the authorized person changes, that everybody is able to see the real data from anywhere. And you can, here we are exporting this to Microsoft project also. So this can be exported to Microsoft project. So this is the area where you are uploading the Estimax file to the cloud. I'm just showing it here. So now your project is ready to be implemented. I would say the other things, like what are the other things? Inventory, HR, accounts, QC, communication management, document management, whatever you're using at the site is also connected along with the system. WhatsApp, Gmail, all this can be connected. Even calls, all this can be recorded and added together to the same system. Maybe you are familiar with many of the things, and many of the softwares where these things happens together. I'm just going a little faster so we have time for the video. Okay, so I'll just talk about some beautiful things, like if you have 15 projects and if you want to buy cement, how will you buy it? So you'll have to look at 15 projects, see the activities for each project, because cement will be requiring plastering and concrete, for example. So you'll have to look at all activities which has cement and this thing. And then you have to look at the time period for which you want to buy the cement. And then you have to painstakingly, presently from the manual systems, you have to take files by files and take all the things and, add the quantity of cement. It is going to take quite some time. And also, it doesn't stop there. You have to look at the stock. That also, if you have 15 stocks, you have to check at the stock, and the rest you have to purchase. Okay, but all these things, if it's all connected together, you can do it by yourself, by just ticking your projects, checking your time, and putting cement as the requirement. Then it will look at the data and get all the things, and it will look at the stocks also, and will report what is the exact requirement of cement to be purchased. And once you get this, you the MD or somebody can authorize it for purchase from the same system. So that's a ERP where you do everything in a single platform, connected platform. The data goes easily and connected, and all are recorded. So here what we are seeing is a very big advantage, is that earlier we used to manage civil engineering very easily. That is by not having any records anywhere. So that regime is going to be over. Earlier engineers goes to the site without drawing. They will say, put that many bars there, do that, this. Many instructions they give without anything in anything written in black and white. But now with such systems, you can record everything. You can be responsible to the people, and everybody can be responsible. Everybody can learn together. You don't have to restrict yourself as a structural person. You don't have to restrict yourself as a construction manager, estimator, planner, like that. Because this was olden times where you had to do only one thing. Now you have the power to understand, to get, to do whatever you want. Like in cricket, we will say all-rounding capability. You can bowl, bat, and do whatever you want. You don't have to restrict. The digitization gives you immense power to do. And the more important thing is that even students, engineers, without they can come to the site. They will be advised by the system. So we are presently working on an expert system. That expert system, what it does is it understands the questions and understands the data that is flowing into the system, and it will answer to another person who is a new person who is going to question something. The expert system is going to answer him. It's going to guide him. Everything formatted in the software is good enough for people to study these things in detail. It is academically, it very well explains the thing to people. So it will be an empowerment to every engineers, every site, and every construction management possibilities. So I said about this thing. Let's look at this graph. So every project from your mobile, you can see what is the a contractor or a builder can see what is the present position. That is the total. What this graph shows is that the expected costing and the actual costs. So actual costs are below the expected cost. So it is the profit. So the project is going on a profit. So this data, you can take any of your projects and day by day, you can assess what is the profitability or if your project requires your attention. It is not the project alone, it is the levels, it is the task, even the task wise, you can see this results. So it is like a, cricket match, like where it is Australia score versus whether we are going safer, under the thing, or whether we are going in the correct line. This you can have it from your system. Okay, now the quality control also can be connected to your task. So you can ask the system, before pre-placement inspection, you can add the items, when the concreting is done, the system will tell you, the complete requirements are met. If somebody answers, because you will not be knowing what is the correct answer. For example, if the question will be like this, did you cover the concrete? So you'll have to say yes or no. So if it is not covered, the system will, send mails and messages to seniors or even the client. So, and everybody will understand the issues and they will correct in another thing, or and the sudden attention, if there are issues, it will be immediately notified. So many things can be connected together because the information is channeled in a single platform, like, WhatsApp. This information will come in a WhatsApp group. It will come in a mail. So all this will be helpful in, creating a better environment. Many times what you do is, your juniors, you will not be giving them the correct instructions. You cannot give it because it's a very complex environment. But then you will be angry with him at the end of the day. But we have to remember that we didn't instructed him correctly. But this will be a good platform for them to study it well. Okay, it can be added like dewatering, and for every item you can add the QCs. So, and then there can be accounts, purchase, inventory, all these are part of the ERPs. So, it can all work together. The HR management, leave, employees, all this can be connected to integrating punching machine with the server, where, you can see, who all came to the office or wherever. Okay, with this, I am winding up the screen. Do we have time for the videos?
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay. Just 1 minute each. I'll just cover the videos. See here, the BBS side, I'm talking about the automatic. See, what we do is, we open the software, AutoCAD and the software together. We'll be scanning the drawing. That is it. Just scan the drawing. It is like human intelligence. It is understanding the drawing by itself. In couple of minutes, it is ready with the war winning schedule. So this you can export to your AutoCAD file.
We can't see the video, Vijay.
You cannot see the video?
No.
Oh, okay. So I may have to share screen, sorry. Can you see it now?
No, only the file now. That previous file screen is what we are seeing.
Okay. Then 1 second, last please. Can you see now?
Yeah, we can see now. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So see, it is nothing but we have opened the AutoCAD drawing and the other system, our software, and it will, it is, we are just taking the entire, we are just, taken the layout, that is shown the layout, and it has understood from the drawing by itself. There is no touching anything. It is just showing the entire drawing. It will go through the entire drawing, understand the drawing, and it will draw back to the system. And you can do it, print it along with your AutoCAD. And the complete bar bending schedule, you can give it along with your beam if you want. So this is the speed at which the software with the AI works. Okay. So that's for you to just get a feel of things. It is similar things. Estimation also, you will be working with, I'll also show that in another 1 or 2 minutes, and I will. Here what we do is, we have the basic estimation. Then we will be, putting the basic parameters for working together. We'll be parallelly opening the AutoCAD. Here what we do is, we will just get the boundaries of the drawing. And then what we do is, basically we can fix the layers. And as you saw now, we will be just scanning the layout like this. So what it does is, as a human, it is understanding the drawing by itself, and it is going to create the center lines. So you can see the center lines being drawn into the drawing. So we know the estimation is done through estimation is done through center lines. So here also you can see that the system is drawing the center lines and creating the estimation by this process. So once this is done, what it does is, we can do it similarly on the structural side also, and then it will fill this quantity column by itself automatically. The entire process of doing an estimation of a project of a particular floor is completed in, say, 10 minutes. So once these are done, you get the complete costing for a particular floor. So this is the file which you are actually exporting to your ERP. So total process, once it is integrated with similar technologies, you can actually improve on the quality of construction. Thank you. So with this, I wind up. If you have any questions, please shoot. We are within time, I hope. We started.
Yeah, we are on time.
Yeah, 15 minutes time for presentation.
Yeah, questions.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for this wonderful session. If anybody has any questions, please feel free to ask.
Reggie, what is the difference between, what are the advantages and disadvantages of this system?
Yeah, the advantage is, biggest advantage is we fought COVID with a system, you can say. One of the advantages, any people can work from anywhere, anytime. So the efficiencies are improving drastically. So we can say that with such a system, the worker efficiency in every level, internally or externally, directly or indirectly, increases by 200%. So this is by availability, the speed of the. If you look at the speed of things, there can be relay. People can work one after the other and complete the project faster. There is no like restriction in office timing. They can work anytime they want. So this is one big concept that's happening. Then another thing is that actually there is tremendous reduction in work in a particular construction with so much quality data being exploded. The things can be managed easily with the same resources, human resources. How? For example, the once the BBS is done, the estimator's job is reducing. So like that, when somebody does that, your file is available, it is online, your file and everything is available online. So it is like a music. Somebody, it is like notes being created every second. Whereas in our construction, it is like a delayed, very delayed music. That is, one day we will say something, everybody takes the next day to react. In an online environment system, the things can be really, really fast. Somebody creates this thing, it is available. Earlier to send a mail, we'll say we'll have to go to the PC. Now we cannot say that. We will be sending there itself. So that improvement you can bring in your total construction. So the efficiencies are very high.
Yeah, there is one question from Eldo Vinoy. His question is that, let me know the cost of this software. Is it one-time purchase?
Okay, this cost of the software is, it's not very costly. If I look at there are many models. One model I can suggest, one project per month. We can say the advantages to a project is around in the range of 50,000 to 1 lakh. Even for a villa project, the advantage is from 50,000 to 1 lakh you can get from the use of an integrated software. But we charge around say 2,000 rupees per month per project. It's one model.
So it's a recurring.
It is a recurring in this work only for the project time. So you don't have to buy anything initially. It is free. So, but you have to, that's one model. Then there are a lot of the models by which, different modules, different things can be done. But there is a leverage of say 10 to 20 times. By investing in the software, you get a benefit in the total system.
There is a question from Saeed Muhammad Haider. Can it hold all the task of quality control, as documentation is very crucial in quality control works? So how the system makes all the task of quality control, as somebody has to do the document to make it in quality control works, is the question by Saeed Muhammad Haider.
Okay, what in the QC side, whatever documentation is required, this is all available in the ERP. So, not only that, it works from one place to another, it guides from to another. That is, if I said no in QC, if there is a wrong answer, this will be rectified. It will be rectified by the seniors. It will be marked as a red, item in the DCR. In the DCR, you can get it as a marked issue. So, it's all connected. Whatever you take will be supported. It will be presented as a DCR. It will be available in, many other formats. It will, travel from one place to another. Most of the QC, what you do is also a part of other things also. For example, a file, construction, many reports will be, automatically a QC, and it's also a data for other things to work. Any of the things what you want can be integrated. So, there is tremendous power in connected knowledge.
You are pointing out about the checklist, like that somebody, whether the concrete is covered or not.
Yes.
But So, but then person has to enter that data. Otherwise, that data will
Yes, yes.
open, no?
Yes, yes. This is the beauty of availability of the infrastructure. Now the broadband is ready. The people are everybody is having a smartphone these days, so they can access the data from the smartphone. The QC can be answered from their they can do the punching, they can do many things. You can see the drawings, they can work on the drawings, they can enter the data, they can enter the workflows, they can enter the QC. Everything can be, they will be doing from the mobile platform.
Yeah, but then someone has to enter the data.
Yeah,
So
surely the
happen.
engineers are required. The engineering is required. Only thing is the same process, it will be going, but it will be, we don't have to do, paperwork will be reducing drastically also.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes.
Yeah,
sir, suppose I have to raise one IR inspection request and
Yes.
it cannot be raised with software. I have to take some printout and put it onto the table of consultant.
You don't have to. See, if you want to, if he's getting a mail for the inspection report, he can sign it. There is digital signing and everything is available. It need not be in the table. It can reach his mobile and he can answer and digitally sign from there if he wants. This year, we have the e-signing of mobiles is also possible through the mobiles.
Okay, sir. What about training? We are conducting training of our workers like masons, carpenters for development, for skill development. So, sir, they can't sign on iPad or laptop. They have to sign manually. So first we take print
The
out.
worker side, can be managed with, if it is a worker side, it is not a legally required signature. You can deal with a SMS code or something like that. Sir, to ensure that they got the code. If it is, laborers need not sign legally.
No, sir, what I am talking about, every 3 months we have to hold some training. Suppose some new work is ongoing. So before the work, we have to train them like this is the work, we have to work like that. And as a proof, we have to take their signature that they involved in that training and photograph.
Those things, so legally binding. Those things legally binding and all, you have to do that way only. That you have to do what, those who doesn't have the capability, you have to go to other systems. But for that is only small percentage of, requirement. That's once in 3 months like that. That you have to do the other way. Okay, but other things you can do. Then I talked about the expert system. The expert system can give the training to people by itself.
Okay, sir, can I upload data on that system for future reference? For example,
yes. See, for example, because we are working on an expert system by which, by the artificial intelligence of the system, it will go through the answers of various things and it will answer you based on the best answers given earlier.
Okay.
And there is one question from our chairman. Does we require an engineer for implementation, or a site person can implement the such site?
No, we have never tried it with the implementation. What I always say is that, the engineers has to work on this. It has to be basically engineers, because the language is not in Malayalam. At least English people understand the words and other things, technical words. It happens presently in technical. Maybe in the future, I don't know. But presently, engineering people are required, and we can train them. We haven't trained anybody less than diploma.
Understood. Now there is another question from Bindu Sunil. Chances of errors happening when dealt with electronically or online. Is there a possibility of the errors happening when dealing online electronically is the question.
Yeah. There are possibilities of, electronic errors happening, viruses and other things. But, nowadays we don't have any problem with the viruses, because if it is a original purchase, earlier days we had big issues with the viruses. So that is one thing. Another thing is, input and other things, data, quality of data sets. But the biggest advantage of an integrated system is that one part understands the other. So whereas if you're doing different softwares, the problem is that the difference in data quality is going to affect the system. But for example, there can be a lot of improvements in the AutoCAD and other things by which, if you have put 2 lines, the system as the intelligence, we will be feeding the intelligence like humans do. It will be deleting the other line. Okay. If there are 2 lines, it will not add it as 2 lines. So we can give that this thing, but there can be errors. So humans are required in every field to understand it.
Tinu Davis has a question. Is there any material master or something like that showing the coefficients? For example, we can use a AAC block or a Porothom. Can we make a comparative study?
Yeah, you can, you can have a database of all the things you're going to use. You can store the information about this and you can compare. You can make, basically the data will consist of all the materials you're going to use, all the resources you're going to use, all the human names, somebody dot, all these things like this material dot, like that, all the information will be available in the databases. So you can make any report. If it is not there, you can create a report like that.
So this coefficient can be worked out based on the material which we are going to.
Yeah, you need to enter this data one time. Okay. That is in a master databases, you have to enter your materials. Suppose your different clients are giving different products, you can enter these things.
So what is your experience? How much this is practically convertible to site, and how is the implementation process? Because we work on a system where so many people are connected with that. So many people are not who are not connected to the computer systems or the mobile systems are where we are depending on. Majority our labor force, which we are trying to get it converted. So there are so many human errors connected who are not connected to the system is involved in this process. So how do you feel that? What is
very true? Very true. We can say that there are many issues, like starting from many things like broadband availability of if the broadband is not there, the system will not work. If you use your own server in your office, if there was a current failure, then there was a problem. So now, if you look at the issues, this is reducing drastically every year. So still the problems are there. And the biggest problem is in people's attitude to change. So I would say this is possible. There are, people, fresh engineers coming from the college, working on this for 2-3 months, and then they are able to do some job better. Not every job, but they are able to manage the show. I am using this system not with the experienced people, but freshers from the college, so they are able to use it. So this errors is reducing and will be reducing.
Yeah. Any more questions?
Sir, one more question.
Yes.
In our practical side, for example, our plastering thickness will get increased, or somewhat. At sometimes it will go to 3 or 4 coat emulsions. Okay. Yes. Then this labor will get increased.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. This will not be shown on this AutoCAD drawings and all.
Yes, yes, but I will tell you how it can be, corrected in the system.
Okay.
See, you have an expected, I said the expected and the actual graph. Like that for every item, you can get the expected people requirement, material requirement for every item. If somebody use anything extra, the system is going to warn us. If you can get every day the worker efficiency of the people for every work, the plastering, if somebody has done this many square feet per day, if it's not done, the benchmark, the system is going to notify. Like that, the emulsion or whatever, you cannot do it. Then another system is that we work it on a, it's a very latest concept. We work it, we depend on our central lines, which is created by the system, artificial intelligence system. That central lines will be the things basing the total quantities of a particular item. The central lines work out the plastering. So if the workers who has done the plastering can tick the center lines which they worked, and there will not be no repetition. And they cannot do that work again because the system has completed and logged it. Such things we couldn't do earlier. So this is going to control you like anything. There is no margin for errors.
So if we want extra 200 liter emulsion, then we should enter into that.
Yeah, if you are going to use extra 200 liters of emulsion, first system is going to ask you why this is required. And you have to put a responsible person who created the error. So this will appear in the last report, who has, what is the issue, what is the wastage, you have to give an answer. If there is a non-conformity in time, material or labor, you have to enter it. So if the non-conformity report will give you the complete details of what has gone wrong in the project.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Today we got a pretty, good insight about the importance of integrating a lot of technologies into construction. It is high time we have to move on with the advancement of technology, which includes artificial intelligence and lot many things that has been invented in the latest scenarios. The construction industry is changing drastically, and a lot of advanced technologies, advanced softwares are being used worldwide. But still, I think we are very skeptical about advancement and adopting to modern technologies. And we also have to high time, switch to modern technologies, which could save our material and time. As Rajesh has mentioned, quite a lot of material and labor is being wasted. In terms of labor itself, actually, if I'm not wrong, probably 30 to 35% of labor is unnecessarily wasted on a construction site. So, this is the era. This is the time to change. Thank you, Rajesh. Thank you so much for this wonderful session. I would welcome Jolly Wogi sir to express the word of thanks.
Good evening, everybody. First, I think in your biodata, it's shown that it's only 23 years of experience. I don't think, because
that's a mistake. I didn't.
It's a mistake.
Yeah, it's 28.
Yeah, it's 28. That's right. Because I know you from 1990 onwards.
You are my teacher.
Yeah, you are the best student in that batch, best civil engineering student in that batch at the time of studying in the MA College of Engineering. After that, you have taken MTech from IIT. I am so happy to know that, and MBA from Kochi University of Science and Technology. And after that, you continue your studies. That shows your scholastic approach and intelligence in this, and it's your attitude and commitment to the subject and in the industry. Anyway, it's a very vast subject. Within these 45 minutes, we cannot explain this thing. Anyway, you have explained it very simply and detailed manner. And I think a lot of changes we have to adopt, especially artificial intelligence and information technology should be used in our industry. I think supposed to be the civil engineering industry is the most lagging this this thing. I hope in future everybody will be changing to this new technology. And on behalf of BI Coaching Center, I extend a sincere thanks to you, sir, for spending your valuable time with our QIP students. Thank you so much. Thank you all.
Thank you.
And before we close, I would like to just add one suggestion to Reggie. So, because so much of innovation has happened, and one thing I feel is that right now you are depending on the scanning and the paperwork, or the computer system has happened. Can we have a camera zoom into the site and collect the data and cross-verify with our data in the system, so that there is a monitoring efficiency? The way you are scanning the drawings, scan it with an artificial intelligence, scan at site and cross-check with the data. Then the problem which Tinu pointed out won't happen, because this whether the mason has done a first coat or a second coat. So I think the future, like, because you are someone who always look into the future, I feel the future will have these cameras. It's a scanning and verifying the quantity, or check the bar at site with the drawing. So you have to think of making a software in that line, which will be
that software is
get the human error out of the system. Otherwise, still we are too much dependent on the human error, is what Tinu wanted to convey.
Yes.
So this is a last minute, this is a futuristic vision for you. Take it up, and it was a very wonderful session.
Thank you
very much, and thank you Construction Philosophy and Builders Association of India and all the participants.